Yo, what's going on, guys? CultofMush back at it with top 5 best PC hardware deals of the week. Haven't done this in a little while, wanted to wait for a week where there were actually some really great deals. And right now, there are some awesome deals on various PC hardware components, so let's get right into this with number 5. For number 5, you can pick up G.SKILL Ripjaws series 16GB, 2 8GB sticks running at DDR4 3000 for only $67. 16GB of DDR4 RAM typically goes for around $73 to $75. So this is a really great deal. For a long time, I wouldn't be the guy that really recommends 16GB of RAM because in the past it was a lot more expensive, but now 16GB of RAM is so cheap, and I would recommend it if you're building a PC that's around the $800 to $1,000 budget. You can easily fit 16GB of RAM in there, and no, it won't increase your PC gaming performance drastically, but it is something very nice to have, especially if you're doing things like video editing, rendering, live streaming, and some games are starting to take advantage of having 16GB of RAM, so definitely not a bad pickup, and for this price, it's absolutely great. Moving on to number 4, you can pick up the SeaSonic M12. This is a 620 watt bronze certified power supply. It's 80 plus bronze certified. It's listed at $60, but there's also a $10 off promo code that I'll leave in the description box down below. That'll knock the price of this PSU down to $50 flat. No mail-in rebate or anything like that, and to get a 620 watt modular power supply for that price, that's pretty solid. And 620 watts is pretty much enough for any single GPU configuration. A lot of dual GPU configurations can even run on 620 watts. However, this is a power supply I would more so recommend if you just have one GPU. Say you have a 1070. This 620 watt power supply from SeaSonic will do a really great job. For $50, it's a solid pickup, given the fact that it's fully modular, which will keep cable management a breeze, and given the fact that it's SeaSonic and they have a great track record with their power supplies. $50 for that is a really solid pickup. Moving on to number 3, the SAPPHIRE NITRO Radeon R9 Fury is available on Newegg for $300. This is a 4GB video card. While the R9 Fury hasn't been one of the most prominent GPUs on the market, right now there really isn't a very solid option around that $300 price point. If you're picking up a GTX 1070, the lowest you're going to be getting that video card for is like $380, and more often than not, you'll be paying north of $400 for that GPU. There's the 1060 that's going for around $280 to $300, but the Fury is just a better option than that. And then there's the RX 480, which was supposed to be a $200 or $250 option, but they went out of stock real quick, and a lot of the prices for that GPU was inflated. So right now, for $300, I think the R9 Fury is the route to go. The only real drawback with this GPU is the fact that it's only a 4GB video card. That's not really too big of a deal. If you're gaming at 1080p, 4GB is going to be fine, but paying $300, the 1060 does have 6GB, and then the RX 480 does have 8GB. The Fury does fall behind a little bit as far as that's concerned, but that's not too big of a deal. For $300, this is a really solid video card, and this one from SAPPHIRE has a really nice cooler as well, so a very good deal for around $300 to $310. Finally, number 2 and number 1 go hand in hand. Number 2 is the Intel Core i5 6600K. It's available on eBay for only $210. That is a fantastic price for a 6600K. Typically, the CPU goes for around $230 at the cheapest. More often than not, it's around $245 to $250. $210 is a great price for this CPU, and the listing on eBay says that 270 CPUs have already been sold. So if you want this, I would recommend picking it up ASAP. $210 is a fantastic price for the i5 6600K, and I imagine that this is going to go out of stock fairly quickly. Now this brings us to number 1, also on eBay. The Intel Core i7 6700K is available for $300 flat. That's a great price for the 6700K. I've seen the 6700K around this price a few times, but whenever it is, it's a solid deal on it. Typically it goes for around $340, so to pick it up for $300, very good price. It is a higher end CPU, but whenever you can get a deal on a higher end CPU, how are you gonna pass that up? I know for people that are picking up an i7 6700K, you probably have a higher budget than most, but still, save money where you can, and this 6700K for $300 will let you save a little bit of money. And the eBay listing for this says that 430 have already been sold, so again, I would pick this up ASAP if you are interested in the i7 6700K. So that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed some great hardware deals this week. Let me know if you pick any of these up, and as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.